horoscope for Aries for the month of May 2025. Hello, my round. Big energy shift happening this month because Saturn is going to be moving into your first house. Wow. So check it out. If you want to know how it's going to affect you, you can always get a $20 email reading from me, as well as 1,500 words for the month of May, June, and July. And so we have a lot of energy going on there because also Jupiter moves into Cancer in the sign of July, and then Uranus moves into Gemini in July. If you want to see a little snippet about how that's going to affect you, check it out. Show your love and support to your girl Marie, and make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Still trying to get a new phone, and so we're dealing with this one for now. So yeah, make sure to like, subscribe, and share, and keep me busy with those readings. Check out my consultation page as well. Tomorrow I'll be posting up the daily horoscopes. I just wanted to do this tonight. So on the 4th at 11:27 a.m., Pluto goes retrograde in your 11th house of friendship, networks, and goals. You can be reevaluating your relation because you can be joining or leaving a group or organization. Whoever has to leave your life, let them leave your life. You can have nasty falling outs with certain people in your life, especially with family. For some of you, only for it to return when Pluto goes direct, so be careful with that. This could also be breakups happening too. This could be getting divorces. Not the easiest time to stay on the right side of the law. The Lilith moon at play in your 8th house. There could be intense confrontations going on with groups or organizations, and you can be rehashing fights that have been going on for like more than 2 years with family. May 10th, 8:15, 8 Eastern Standard, Mercury moves into Taurus. This is your 2nd house of money. This is a good time for those of you in sales, a great time for those of you who are speakers, or those of you in media and social media. They're not going to be the easiest time for you financially, so it's time to get clever. Hey, Deandra. Oh, yay. So this is a time, this is not the easiest time for you financially, so this is a time where you're going to get very clever with your resources. You guys are good at doing that. So be careful with overspending, be careful with monies, because as quickly as money comes in, as quickly as it leaves. I feel for some of you, you're very stubborn now when it comes to your financial situation, especially with adjustments or change you have to make in regards to finances, like getting a second job for some of you, because be really stubborn about changing your way of financially, the way you live. Like, for example, if you own your own business and you don't want to get a second, be really like sticking your feet in and really trying to like make your business happen, make it grow at this time with this energy here. Okay, some of you may have to get a second job and just grin and bear it for now, for the right now, because everything in life is temporary. This is a beautiful time to delve into prayer and all that stuff to help your finances go along. Also, I've been getting your thank you. Awesome. I look forward to it, Deandra. Thank you. Thank you for supporting me. I appreciate it. So anyway, like she said, I do have like a lot of people like Deandra that really love the three months. It's 1,500 words, and I do with the like a couple of the like astrology on here. So I'll do like Saturn and Aries because that's important, and then I will do like the moon and Scorpio, and then with your astrology, and then after that a little bit of the tarot, and it's 1,500 words. So yeah, so check it out if you haven't. A lot of people like those. So yeah, so thank you. I remember I did read yours. Yes, I did. So anyways, there could be some stubbornness happening as well because you are having to go out of comfort zone again with career finances, and this is not going to be the easiest decision for you with this energy. This is going to be like for some of you here a mind trip, you know, because you're so used to being like a business owner, or you're so used to being independent, and now you're having to like, you know, kind of like it almost feels like eating crow and like kind of like humbling it down and having to go back to the workforce. So it's kind of like you don't want to do that. Or this could be like, you know, the cost of living and stuff like that. You're in a toxic relationship with the cost of living. So it's kind of like, I don't want to do that. But, you know, for right now, you have that. So on the 12th at 12:56 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the full moon in Scorpio in the 8th house. Careful with who you're involved with, because this could be long-term arrangements that you could be getting involved with relationships, okay? And you can find yourself with Pluto direct or Uranus moving into Gemini in July. Be careful with lending money to other people, because you're not going to see that money back. And the focus could be more your home life and personal life. For some of you, you're done with certain people in your life, especially when it comes to family. Either you're giving up the fight and you're just done and staying more to yourself and not trying to reach out nor stick up for yourself, and finally letting them be victims. Others of you, this could be also dealing with housing at this time, and here and looking for housing or like getting social services, because your financial security and stability is more the focus. But also there's this stubbornness to not form, to not change, and to not find different avenues to create that stability that you're looking for, because you don't want to ask for help or you want to be that person. So you really try to promote your business at this time, really try to, make things work for you, or try to keep up with the Joneses. So it could be a thing like that for some of you here as well. You may find that to be a little bit difficult at this time because of our economy and stuff like that. So just be aware of that. Then on the 20th at 2:54 p.m., the sun enters Gemini, your third house. Busy, busy, busy. You can find yourself more out and about. This is a beautiful time for your ambitions. You are adaptable to the new things come up. I feel for some of you here, you're very much attracted to the latest and greatest in technology. This could also be certain subjects now. You're very curious about what you want and want to try at this time. So for some of you, you could be learning something new, like flying, for example. For some of you, you can be going above and beyond for other people in your life, but it might be a long while. For a long while, be a little bit of a commitment. So it could be all the way up till October, when Pluto goes to, that you're going to be taking care of somebody in your life, or this could be for the next 14 years that you and this person are going to have this weird codependent relationship on each other, where you feel like guilty if you don't take care of them. This could be like dealing with a parent and you taking care of your parent, but then also you want like your own space. Then at the same time, you're kind of guilty of saying, hey mom, hey dad, can you like the hell out? I kind of want to like, have my own life and have my own space. But instead of doing that, you tend to tolerate it and you tend to put up with it, even though you don't want to put up with it, but at the same time you feel bad. It's kind of like that kind of situation, and that could be like that for the next 14 years, okay? So be careful who you obligate yourself to with the long term. Okay, this could also be dealing with your adult children, and they could be going back to school and stuff like that. And so you could have their kids for the next 14 years or something like that, or you could be dealing with child custody and taking their children, okay? Then on the 24th, at 11:36 p.m., Saturn enters Aries for the next 5 years. You have a good organizational skill, excellent business sense, and mathematical and political abilities. Wow. You question everything and distrust everyone. Although no one can deceive you for long, God forbid, you're apt to be negative in outlook and subject to moods of depression at this time, often preferring to retreat rather than relate. Saturn in Aries is actually a fall, so it's not good. Because who rules Saturn? Capricorn. Okay, so Capricorn likes rules and regulations. Saturn is like rebel. Saturn in Aries like rebel. Like rebel, vive la France, vive la Haiti. Instead of being like that, Saturn goes, put your bootstraps on, soldier. Da 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 da. So you got to think of that guy from that movie. I love that movie where that little guy with the hair is like yelling at everybody. That movie? I think it's Full Metal Jacket. The one where it goes, me love you long time. That one. Okay, you got to think of that general in the beginning. Alrighty, that like screams at you in your face. Well, that's Saturn in Aries when it retrograde, but that's Saturn in Aries for you with the internal dialogue. It's like you have to. Okay, so you're more reserved. You have strong willpower with this energy, okay? And then not only that, but you got Neptune here too, which is just as strong and forceful and dogmatic, okay, in the sign Aries. You're resourceful. You're able to evolve new methods and work. And if you're already developed RAM, meaning that, you can tell when you are, because other people get, like, say, I'm going to break up with you. You're like, deuces. thank you, bye. And then you don't go back to them. That's how you can tell you're a highly developed Aries. Creative, and you can produce new concepts in your chosen field. Your mind is stable, able to concentrate, and have strong reasoning power. You love a good debate or argument, but it may be difficult for you to recognize the rights of others, or you may lack social principles. You're forced to cultivate initiative, patience, and self-reliance before acquiring practical necessities, developing will and strength of character at this time, which is easy for you guys. So that means that you're going to experience some definite hardships in this time period, like I already said, and it's just going to force you to become more self-reliant. And a lot of you had many years of practice at this, so this is not going to be nothing new to you. You'll figure your life out, you know, like that. I know that sounds so harsh, but it's the truth. You guys always figure it out, you know, and you guys are so clever about that. So now it's going to come out a lot more. So some of you are going to be really experiencing some difficulties at this time, okay? You find it difficult to see yourself as other you. You're reserved, acquisitive, often depressed, and apt to be suspicious and stressful. You often lack diplomacy and a sense of timing. This placement imposes delays on your drive and energy, and often suffer from those in authority. So be on the right side of the law. You could find yourself being harassed by police officers, or you could be harassed by the men in your life too, because you may feel like they want to dominate or control your situation or tell you how it's going to be when you want to be in control of the driver's seat, okay? And women and female rams could be jealous of their mate at this time because of that need for power during this time period as well. So Saturn, the lesson here with Saturn, okay, the test, shall you pass, is that of avoiding or overcoming self-centeredness during this time period. So self-centeredness enemy at this time, okay? So you need to evolve during this time period. So then on the 25th at 8:59 p.m., Mercury enters in your third house of communication, where it's exalted. You're curious, willing to learn, relying more on your intuition. This is a good time for studying. Communications with neighbors and relatives often has double meaning. Your intuition and creative imagination is strong now. You may experience psychic events or strange coincidences more often. Your relationships with others tend to be more practical and efficient. It is an excellent time for learning technical or scientific subjects. Your attention to detail is greater now. You're going to love this energy because you tend to make a lot of sense now, because you're very analytical in your way of thinking, with the Saturn conjunct Neptune helping here. So it may be hard for others to fight with you at this time because you really see very clearly. You know, like it's like obvious to you, and then you have to make everybody have their come to Jesus moment and be like, point the head and go, stop, you know, and then they go, you know, so it's very hard to argue with you because you just make a lot of sense right now with this energy. So use that, all right? You tend to win a lot of arguments. You love debating, but now it's you might get bored. You might get bored. You're gonna be like, oh my God, I'm surrounded by stupid people. You know, it's like that. So it's gonna be like, oh my God, I'm like the smartest idiot in the room and everybody else is just dumb, you know? So it could be like that going on with this energy, alrighty? Then on the 26th, 11:02 p.m., the new moon in Gemini, busy energy, greater in female relatives and neighbors, community issues become more important to you, running in seem less of a drudgery now. You tend to go above and beyond for other people in your life. You're very much about your social life, your compassion for those increase, but relationship, relatives, and siblings may not be as what they appear to be on the outside, when really it's like a lot of like, you know, drama and you guys don't talk and stuff like that, but you guys show up the gram, okay? Misunderstandings and communications become more common, and you may be perplexed about the direction you take in life. Others may urge you to do something you wouldn't normally think of. New freedoms may make you feel uncomfortable, and you may desire solitude right now because you're really feeling that Saturn energy. So it's a very heavy energy, so you're not so apt to jump, okay? The first card to come up with is the 6. I feel like for some of you here, this is a weird energy. I don't know if dealing with somebody in media or social media, but I feel like somebody is begging for attention at the time with this energy. So, you know, some of you, you know, we can see some rams being a little bit thirsty or doing really outrageous things at this time with this energy. So it could be like that. It's either nobody's watching their gram or something's going on in their life that seems a little out of control. The 4 of coins, there is talks of stability here. I feel like the focus is going to be on relationships, okay? Or you're trying to get some somebody's attention at this time. Where am I going? All right, so I feel like for others of you, I feel like, somebody really counts here in your life, but you may not know how to get it. So you kind of like scratching at things, trying to figure out what will get that. So I feel like it's going to be like a difficult time for you energy-wise. Ooh, okay. I feel like for some of you here that this is a great time for meditation and contemplation, which is what the Four of Swords means. Alrighty, a great time for spirituality, but I don't feel like a lot of you are going to be invested in that. Okay, it's like kind of like a weird itch to scratch. You can be feeling very range, or something has to give in your situation. The Ace of Wands taking creative and the start of new beginnings for you with this energy. Alrighty, the Coins, I see. It does not mean this, but I feel like some of you, I don't know, you get offended very easily or what, or you could be taking offense to what other people say about you or towards you at this time with this energy. For some of you, there's a move happening. There's a change of residence coming up for some of you here. The Page of Cups, I feel like some of you, I'm hearing like an equal defender. Some of you may have like a partner in crime or somebody that sticks up with you, for you, or fights your battles for you. This energy here as well, and it's like you're like to this person, you're like they're Mr. or Mrs. Jones. They can't say nothing, nobody can say nothing about you without this person pouncing on them. Okay, is what I'm feeling. The Hierophant card, I feel with this energy here, great time for the power of prayer. You could be delving more into spirituality for some of you here, which is a great time for that, for the Neptune in Aries, because it loves spirituality. The Ten of Wands, I feel that for some of you, you're very much about getting the end result, but the cards are saying enjoy the process. So you can be experiencing delays in your situation. So whatever is going on at this time with this energy, there's going to be delays, but enjoy the process of your situation. Okay, so things in your life right now could be a little bit temporary. This could be getting a home at this time with this energy could be a little bit difficult. If difficult is the whole process of it all, with loans and things of nature and stuff like that, or getting the house for a good price and learning that the house has like so many problems with it. Alrighty, the Magician card, as above so below. Time for destiny here with this energy. Thank you everybody for subscribing tonight. I have 3,833 subscribers, so continue liking, subscribing, and sharing. Okay, you want to talk too. Okay, the Ace of Cups brings about emotional validation. Spirituality can be the focus during the time period with this energy here, and delving into spirituality and meditation a little bit more than usual here as well. The Two of Cups does talk of a union, new love happening here for you. This is a beautiful energy time for abundance in your life during this time period as well, or this person just adds to it. So this is a beautiful time for love for some of you. You may have been meeting your soulmate here with this energy, so that could also be happening because long-term relationships are coming up during this time period. For other, appearance is changing at this time, and other people in your life could find you very attractive. So this could be a very easy time for love for some of you here with this energy. Thank you for subscribing. 8,000. Thank you for subscribing, everybody. The Lovers card, new love is coming in. This is a great time for contract negotiations at this time. Manifesting the person that you want in your life. Definite soulmate is screaming. So a lot of people this month and this year are going to be booed up. There's probably going to be a lot of engagements going on this year. More than likely in this month there's going to be a lot of people like getting involved in being in long-term relationships. The Sun card talks of a new relationship coming up for some of you here as well. The who is this? The Four of Wands. I see lots of talks of future. Some of you, this is a great time for contracts and negotiation. There could be a lot of perks that come with your job during this time period as well. For others of you, I feel like this could be an engagement happening, so mazel. For others of you, this could be like a soulmate coming in with this energy. I know, I do too. I feel you on that. I know, I'm lonely myself. It's like, damn. It's like, damn. It's like, where is everybody? So yeah, so this is like manifesting love. The Cups, my yes question to whatever question I did not answer and that you were looking for tonight. The answer is yes. Okay, so I do see whatever's happening is happening. The celebration, this is a lot of realization, sense of happiness coming up for you. The Ace of Swords, I feel with this energy here, a lot of luck, recognition and success. Prayers are being answered at this time with this energy here. For some of you, a time of new beginnings. I feel a lot of truth could be revealed. Some of you could be kindling a relationship at this time. Some of you could be fighting for a relationship at this time, fighting to make your marriage work during this time period as well. The Queen of Cups, love is around the corner. All right, some of you, this might be the next 3 months or something. So love is around the corner because, you know, the men seem to want to take their time in love and not jump into anything quickly because they don't want to be hurt, or they're still married at this time with this energy, but they keep looking at you. So it could be like that as well, okay? The Five of Cups, shoulda, woulda, coulda, regrets are happening here as well. This is a great time to delve into create with this energy. Let me see. Also, you're not thinking logically about certain situations going on in your life. So this could also be dealing with family and not thinking logically about family because you're not over certain situations. They could be inviting you somewhere at this time, like a party or something like that, and they want you to go to this party. But the problem at this party, there's going to be other family members that you don't necessarily get along with. Now, these family members have moved on with this energy and you haven't, okay? You're still feeling so about it. You still want your apology. You still are battling it in your head, and they have gone. So know that. The Ten of Swords, I feel like, you know, it's like an up and down roller ride this month for you. It's like you're not happy about something. The past is what's troubling you at this time with this energy, and replay past in your head because you're not over it, or somebody's coming back into your life to the past to rehash the past with you, or not even to rehash, but it's like you're still pissed off about it, you know, and it's like now they're making you rehash it in your head because you still fight and they want to make up. At this time, the cards are saying exercise self-control with this energy. I feel that you could either be overly sentimental or very melodramatic at this time, leading to a lot of poor decisions and regrets, because on the plus side, you really want to talk to this person. You really do want a relationship, but at the same time, you're hurting and you're not going to get sorry. So if you're not going to get your sorry and this person just wants to move on and act like, you could be dealing with a Leo. Leo does that, where they don't want to apologize necessarily, and then they just want to, like, you know, okay, and then just come back into your life. Or Pisces, they do that. They come back into your life like nothing happened, and you're just still like fuming and wanting to kill somebody, and it's like, oh my God, you know. So it's kind of like that kind of situation, but at the same, you got to be about bigger picture, okay? This person wants to make up with you. They don't know how to apologize. They don't know how to come in right. So cooler heads prevail. You need to do this. You come in when you are cooled and calm, and coolly and calmly and collectively talk about it with them, because you really do want this relationship, okay? You really do this person in your life, big picture, because when this person leaves, you're going to be calling me going, are they coming back, okay? And you don't want to do that. The Five of Coins, have faith. This is delving into self-pity, okay? And we don't want to do that. So be about bigger picture at this time when it comes to other people coming back into your life and trying to kiss and make up, but not necessarily trying to kiss and make up. They're just trying to move on and don't want to talk about it. You could be dealing with Sagittarius too, and they don't want to talk about it, okay? So just allow this person to come back in your life. This could also be dealing with somebody that's young, possibly like your children wanting to come back into your life, wanting to rekindle a relationship with you, and then acting like it's blase, everything is fine, you know, I'm here. And, you know, sometimes you just have to let it be and just, you know, find the process to process that forgiveness within yourself and pray about it and then release it and let it go, rather than harping on it and holding on to it, you know. So be about bigger picture. For some of you here, I do see you spending money on church with this energy. Just hope that your prayers get answered. The card, I feel you're very ambitious for power at this time. You're very tenacious when it comes to your financial security. So financial security is very important to you. I do see an ending coming up with this energy here. The Three of Coins, but then there's a new thing. This is a great time for alliances or symbiotic relationships or a new love that's going to be like a power couple. So after this ending, some of you could be jumping into a new relationship. The Nine of Swords, you can be dealing with manipulative people. Be careful of chargebacks at this time with this energy here as well. Protect your money. The Seven of Swords, you're leaving a toxic situation behind. This could also be you dieting at this time with this energy as well. For others of you, you should have left the expiration on the milk expired about this situation. You should have left this situation a long ass time ago. okay? And because you left it now, you're going to see a lot of sparks of miracles happening in your life with this energy. Some of you are going to start to get your stuff together, your life together, okay? The Nine of Wands, I feel like for some of you here, somebody is stalking you at this time, scared to reach out to you because they don't want to fight with you, okay? And they don't want to rehash the past with you, right? They just kind of want to move on. You could also be dealing with an Aquarius that just wants to kind of like move on and squash the beef that was going on between the both of you and come back in and want to rehash it with you. They don't want to feel, they don't want to go there again. Scorpio as well. The Five of Wands, very creative at this time. This could be coming and making ideas with this energy here. Playtime is the best time to get your creative juices, right? And then the Queen of Swords. I feel like for some of you here, there is a nasty ending. Some of you could be getting a divorce, or you could be getting kicked out of a situation here, but it's a time for destiny. So this situation has ended. So if you get kicked out, mazel it and move on, process it. I know you all don't like rejection, but just don't go back to that bitch. Say deuces and just go, because this is a time for destiny for you with this energy, and it's taking, destiny is taking you somewhere else. So if you get kicked out of a group, organization, or family, deuce it and go, okay? And it's going to be hard to go, and it's going to be difficult, but you know, change is change, and it's time for you to be comfortable with getting uncomfortable, which is easy because you guys, some of you guys been through some shit, and that shit has prepared you for shit. So it's going to be like, okay, you know, some of you are strong like that, where it's just kind of like, okay, deuces. All right, so share your love with your girl Marie. I'm gonna be back on tomorrow. I'm gonna go and do Cancer now. Aries and Gemini are all up. All right, and show your love and support. Make sure to subscribe and share. Kisses. Mwah.